we have with us head coach Juan Pedro Benali, captain Mitchell Zabaco, and players Pradeep Dalan, Karthik Gokai, and our CEO Manna Tamani. So the floor is open now, but before that, I'll request coach to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon. Really thank you for coming. Very happy to be here again. This is a special place for us. We feel that we took luck from Shillong, from Meghalaya, and really feel that we belong to this place. Thank you again.
Please raise your hand and we'll hand you the mic.
Okay, can you tell us about the the nature of support the Meghalaya government is giving to you?
No, I think I've been in Indian football for the past 25 years, and the kind of support that we are receiving from the government of Meghalaya is something which I've not seen anywhere in any other state in India. Apart from obviously Meghalaya Tourism being our partner, we are very happy that the Meghalaya government has given us 15 acres land on the outskirts of Shillong to develop our residential academy. So it's the second part apart from Meghalaya Tourism being our partner. With the grassroots football, there is something that we are working with the Department of Sports, Government of Meghalaya, where we are trying to reach out to different districts, different villages for further lower age groups like under 7s, under 9s, under 11s, under 13s. And obviously the idea is also then to, with the help of the government, to see if we can host the Indian Super League matches in Shillong going forward.
Can you tell us more about the academy? When is it being launched? How long it will take?
Land has just been allocated to us. We have been given the allotment letter by the government a month back. By maybe January, February, the land will be handed over to us because the land is not a plain land, it's a topographical land which needs to be flattened, so to say. And once that is done, which should be maybe in January of 2025 or February of 2025, and then obviously we will start the construction of the work, which will take maybe a year and a half to 2 years, and then obviously will be functional with the residential academy.
So related question, Durand Cup, coming back to Durand Cup. You must have watched all the matches. So how do you see the team now?
Well, the team slowly is growing. You know, winning the Durand Cup give us a push to believe in ourselves, to say that if we keep working like this and putting a bit more, we will go further. You know, the objective is to grow up game by game, to have a strong team, and for sure making the fans, our fans, and our regions proud of us. That's the most important thing.
Over the matches, which was the most difficult match you played?
The next one.
With
The next one is the most difficult. The past or past. You know, by respect to all the teams that played against us, all the games were difficult. Each game has difficulties. You know, it's very important to respect the opponents. And the truth, the most difficult game will be the next game against Mumbai. That's for sure. Durand Cup, all they were difficult.
How do you rate Shillong Lajong?
Sorry, how?
How do you rate Shillong Lajong, our own team?
Shillong Lajong has a very good players. I tell you the truth, they play nice football. I think it's a team who can surprise a lot. You know, need experience, need more maybe support every day in the field like they had against us. That's it. I think the coach knows about Shillong Lajong more than me.
Especially the natural turf that we have
Yeah,
here.
the turf, the stadium, the people are great. You know, the difference, the truth is the history. You know, we want to be champions. We want to play very good football. We want to have Messi, Ronaldo, but we don't have one thing. We're not patient. There's no sabr. We need to be patient. We said, oh, 10 years ISL, but still national team, we don't do. Some countries waited for 100 years. 100 years to do something. Patient. We treat him with young people. We treat him with a human being. We cannot build a house in one day. You know, we want to build a house from the top. It's impossible. When we start working in the grassroots, when you start having fields, proper fields where to train, not in the mud all the time, not on the stones. When we start with that, then we will ask the first teams what they're doing. Let's support the young ones and the 9 and 11. You know, time flies. Under 11 today, 7 years, he's 18. We don't wait. We don't want to wait 7 years. We don't want to wait 10 years. We don't want to wait 20 years. Life goes by very quick. Be patient. Support. No, we only criticize. And when we criticize, we make the player get afraid. The player doesn't make decisions. Why? Because they will attack me, they will insult me, the coach will not put me, all this kind of things. The journalists will talk bad about me, and they put him down. What happened? He doesn't grow. And when his important game, he becomes afraid. This is the difference. When we start working with that, then I will tell you what is the difference between Spain and here. Okay, thank you. Next game. You will never listen to me talking about a long time. You know, ISL is a long journey. In the last 5 games, we'll see where is who, and where is where we are, where we stand, who is who. In this moment, you only need to grab as much points as you can. You know, you think for the next game to grab points, then you think for another game to grab points. If you think further than this, you're mistaken. I think you're mistaken. You will get a good slap. Durand Cup helped us a lot to understand ourselves, to know that if we keep working, that we're not much better and we're not worse than the others. We are on the same level. You know, working hard, we can play against any team. That's what Durand Cup taught us. Now, we need to go game by game, we need to read the game by game, and we not forget the mistake we did the season before, and we start growing. This is how we get experience. No, very, very happy with my team. Each of them, the one who plays, the one who doesn't play, the one who travels, the one who doesn't travel. You know, we are a real family, we are very happy with it. Of course, if you tell me tomorrow you can bring me Messi, you can bring me, I don't know, Sergio Ramos, I will tell you, Reading, I'm sorry, you know, but we cannot. We need to put the foot on the floor, we know what we are, we know which way we're going. You know, we're not a team who just put money on the table. We look more for developing the players, the experienced players we have, the veterans, they're helping the young ones, that's what we want. We don't want selfish players who just come for money, just thinking about themselves. We want also the old players to take care of the young players, to leave a legacy. And that's the most important thing for the club and for the vision that the management of the club has. That's what we want. This is why for us, even sometimes they offer us very, very good players. Very good players. But the question was, is it a good person? Does it fit in our dressing room? If he comes, he will become part of the family. Or we will have a black sheep. To have a black sheep, we don't want him, even his name Maradona. We're sorry. Okay?
You see Indian Super League in comparison to other football leagues in the world, and do you think it is helping Indian football grow?
You know, we have a sentence in Spanish we say, the fields or the grass in other fields, they're always greener. We always think that the other competitions are better than here. And I tell you something, it's not true. We just need to believe in ourselves. Really, we just believe in ourselves. It's the same when a team, for example, when you go to play against another team in another country, the moment you start looking at him, oh, they're bigger than us and everything, you're dead. You know, I've been working, I think, 12, 13 countries. There is talent in India. The organization of ISL is fantastic. Stadiums are great. The crowd every day understands more football. You know, we just need to give importance, to give, how can I say, points, good points to ISL. Doing a great job. The league is performing each day. All the clubs now, when they look for a foreign player, for example, they don't just go and pay money and bring. They really study who should come, if he's going to give something to the club or not. The problem is, us as a coaches, we need to trust the young ones also. We need to trust players from other teams. No. He was playing in I don't know which team. No, I cannot bring him. It doesn't matter. Look at him. Spend the time looking at the player. This is how we perform. The problem we have, there's not enough players for ISL or for I-League. We need players. You need to be brave to take players. We need players. No, he didn't play in ISL, he's not good. That's the way to go in the back. And I think all the coaches now, they're doing a great job in all the teams.
Okay, one question for Zubaku. Can you describe us the quality of football compared to different countries and two of our young best players from Northeast Goa and Talang? Comparison with the Spanish and the ex-players that you have been playing with.
As coach says, it's to compare different countries. It's difficult, but I think that Indian football is growing up fast. I think they are doing good things. ISL, as he said, they have a good competition. They take care every single detail. Now clubs are starting to make a reserve team and many teams under them. They are looking anywhere for new football guys very young. So I think that in not many years India will make a big step.
Can you tell us the difference between last season ISL and this season ISL? The preparation, the training?
It's a big difference. If you see the team when we arrived here, we changed many players. We started growing from the first training. I think that we have grown a lot in tacticals issues. Every single day we work about it. Also, I think that we have more confidence if we look 1 year before. So I think that the team is in the right way.
We have heard again and again that Shillong will host Northeast this year. Can you give us some details on this?
I mean, first of all, we as a club, Northeast United Football Club, doesn't represent one city or one state. Right? In the ISL, you've got a Mumbai City FC representing a city or a Odisha FC representing a state. When we say Northeast United, we represent 8 states. So it is very important for us to not just play matches in the other states, but also make a meaningful contribution to the football ecosystem per se, whether it's grassroots, whether it is residential academies, etc. So with that in mind, we've obviously been working with the various state associations, football associations. Yes, and as far as the ISL is concerned, we came to play the semi-finals here against Shillong. We saw the kind of support the sport has, not just the people that were in the stadium, but we saw also there were around 6 to 7 fan parks that was organized by the government, where we had a lot of people coming to watch there. You don't see this, you see this for cricket maybe, right? But we don't see that in football. So I think Shillong, definitely, personally I honestly feel that Shillong can be the next capital of Indian football. You know, it has got the potential to be that. And to ensure that we are able to do that, it is important that we already have a Shillong Lajong team from here which plays the I-League. It is important that we as an ISL come and play here also, and going forward maybe even the Indian national team can come and play here, because it's important that any team that plays here should get this kind of support. If it's a national team playing here, we should get that support. So yes, we have, with that in mind, there was a recce that was conducted by the Indian Super League during the Durand Cup to see if the facilities are good enough to host the ISL. There are certain recommendations which they have made, which we have presented to the government of Meghalaya, and I think together with the help of the government, we will be able to try and see to it that whatever little bit altercations need to be made between for the hosting of the ISL will be made. We are hopeful that this season, before the season gets over, we are able to play at least 2 or 3 of our home matches here. The ISL also is very, very cooperative in having the matches here. It's just about, I believe there are 2-3 events happening here in December, some concert, etc. So once that is over, if we are able to do the necessary changes that are expected of us to do, if they happen within the given timeline, then I'm confident that by February we should be able to have at least 2 or 3 home matches of Northeast United Football Club played here. The facilities are very good here, because normally the facilities are broken into technical aspect, which is the pitch, which is the dressing rooms, etc. I think there are not many issues in that. We've got one of the very good turf there. Obviously, the grass is dry grass, which is suitable for a cold climate. So it's been a pretty good job, and I think I was talking to the coach even while training. I think they've maintained it well even after the Durand, which is a good sign. Normally, everybody just prepares a pitch for a competition and then it's neglected. But we see that the pitch is in top conditions, which is a very good sign. So on the technical front, everything is okay. Small changes which are not major concern. The second part is the uplinking of the satellite, because the ISL does the matches with satellite uplinking. So that team was also here. They have done it, and that also is possible. That's no issue with that. So that's also taken care. The third part is the broadcast, because the ISL is televised in more than 130 countries globally, right? So that aspect cannot be compromised. So with regards to that, there are certain few minor suggestions that have come from the Indian Super League with regards to the height of the camera, etc. So those structural changes, which normally takes time, need to be addressed. And once that is taken care, I think we'll be good to host the Indian Super League.